Once again, the Bible also says that if no, it's the truth. Let me preach. The Bible also says that if your right hand causes you to sin, you would rather cut it off. I would rather see ODM crawling on its belly, having lost its legs and its hands, across State House fence in 2017, leaving behind all these people who have led us into a rut, the people who are inside the party who do not want to see proper nominations, than for us not to end up there and sit outside the fence in one piece.
Okay, let me just correct my friend once again. Honestly speaking, and history is replete of examples. You cannot speak of ODM without speaking of Raila Odinga. Actually, those two are interchangeable. They're synonymous. They're contaminous.
I will give you an example. I will give you an example. You know, this guy, Raila Odinga, has such a big heart. I have never actually met a politician like him, and I will give you the reason I'm saying this. On the very next day after Fidel died, I went to his house to say pole to him. And when I was leaving, of course, there were so many people coming to say pole. When I was leaving, he pulls me and says, I need to speak to you about Homa Bay because I've been told you are sulking. And I was taken aback because this is a gentleman who had just lost his first son, and yet he was so concerned by the fact that I was feeling some sadness somewhere, and he felt that he needed me to calm me. This is the kind of person that we are talking about, and that is why people love him, and that is why people love ODM.
That's why you love him. But I want to make this comment. I want to make this comment that again, it's true that at a personal level you must definitely have good relationship with him. I mean, he's a human and he's a nice guy as well. I mean, nobody's saying he's just color.
He's Kenyan.
So basically, for me, I think that I don't agree entirely with what Ochodo is saying, because these elections, ODM will win it, because either way, whoever candidate wins these things, an ODM candidate. Now, because I mean, they're all ODM, only that they're different jerseys. But the point is that this election is teaching Raila and teaching ODM how the way they are doing business is taking them to the back burner, that they are going to have to retreat to the defense when they are supposed to be on the attack. Now, if they don't learn from this and prepare their midfield and prepare their attack and create the wings, then they will be back. They'll be going back to their stronghold rather than going forward to make new alliances. If this election does not teach ODM that you cannot keep doing the same thing and expect a different result, then they will not have learned anything. So Chuodo is simply arguing that there's a certain hold, and I've seen this, by the way. There are leaders in Nyanza who literally go on their knees. I mean, their knees just get weak when they're around Raila. and therefore, these people are not capable of even taking him on and telling him, wait a minute, Mr. Chairman, this is not going right. So with that kind of trick, and he was using the example of Anyang and using the example of Orengo. Let me say this, that some of these people have actually also let him down. Orengo had the Ministry of Lands. Today, we are still talking about the same things. In fact, there are better things happening in lands today than when he had it. There are better things, there was water, there was what? I mean, surely, there's more that they should have had.
All right, gentlemen, we'll end it there, but not before I put you on the spot on who you're putting your money on. So just a quick rerun, if you can have those graphics on air, would be great as we wind up. So 4 independent candidates: Hillary, Lila, Luke Msama, Innocent Masara, Edwin Omondi. We also have Philip Okundi from Maendeleo Democratic Party, Moses Kajwang ODM, Fredra Bongo National Agenda Party, and Bernard Owuor of the National Vision Party. Sifuna, who's your money on?
Well, because these people succeeded in making it about Raila Odinga, I see Moses Kajwang winning this by-election.
Okay. Just like what happened in Siaya, where the people loved William Odwal, but they loved Raila more. That's going to happen again, and I see that happening in Homa Bay somehow. So Kajwang. Yeah, probably the margin will be different. Will be quite tight probably, but definitely. But I see Kajwang still going through.
All right.
Yeah.
Kajwang wins it, but ODM is scratched.
Okay. Our guest this morning on State of the Nation, Martin Olo, political commentator, Sudi Wandabusi, who's a lawyer, as well as Edwin Sifuna, an advocate, breaking it down for us, saying it as they see it on this Homa Bay race. You've seen some of those candidates. 8 of them in total will be competing for that seat. Over 300,000 registered voters, 878 polling stations, 2,000 police officers deployed, 4,500 polling officials, and I understand that a central or tallying center will be Farmers Training Center. So later on in the days at about 10 p.m. today, we'll perhaps be getting the provisional results. So do stay with KTN for that.
Yes, if all goes well by 10 p.m., we should at least get the provisional results, and we'll finally know at least by tomorrow, if all goes well again,
or tonight,
who the winner is. And gentlemen, thank you so very much.